So in this video we are going to see linear differential equations, particular integral, case 5. So suppose the equation given is in this form, f dy is equal to qx. Then by now you know that we write the pi in this form, 1 upon f d qx, where this is any function of x. So far we have seen 4 cases and we have seen what type of function this q can be. But supposing this q is not covered under any of the 4 cases which we had discussed earlier, and the link to the 4 cases is also being provided here, so you can go through that video once again. So here qx will be function of x not covered in earlier cases. That means case 1 to 4. So then how we have to solve this equation? So for this what you have to do is you have to resolve f of d into partial fractions, and after doing this, after resolving f of d into partial fractions, then you have to use this rule to find the pi, 1 upon d plus a. Now that is the resolution of f of d into the partial fraction. Qx is equal to e raised to minus ax integration e raised to ax qx dx. But supposing our partial fraction has got the term d minus a, then only one small change you have to make, 1 upon d minus a qx is equal to e raised to, you will replace this a by minus a. So here you will have e raised to ax integration e raised to minus ax qx dx. So this is the rule which we have to use supposing this function q is not covered in any of the earlier cases. So now we will see the supporting example. Now let's say that the given example is like this: d square plus 3d plus 2y is equal to e raised to x. So this is the function which is not covered by any of the other cases. So we shall now see how to solve this particular example by making use of the case 5. So once again, the auxiliary equation, you have to find it, then find the factors and solve for the CF. And you can refer to the video on finding out the CF, which I am giving you the link. And in this case, the CF is c1 e raised to minus x plus c2 e raised to minus 2x. So once again, use the links in the description box and you can go and find out how to find the CF if you don't recall it. Now we are going to start with the process of finding out the PI. So pi is equal to 1 upon fd e raised to x, that is the function. Now we have to split fd in the form of partial fractions. So what I am going to do, first I will write like this: 1 upon d square plus 3d plus 2 e raised to x. So now what we can do is we can write this pi equals to 1 upon, first we will factorize d plus 1 into d plus 2 e raised to x. Now we will split this into the partial fractions. So this will be 1 upon d plus 1 minus 1 upon d plus 2 e raised to x. Okay, so what we have done, we have split fd into the partial fractions. And now we will apply the formula. So this is in the form d plus a, this also d plus a. So we will use the corresponding formula. So e raised to, for this particular section, a is 1. So e raised to minus x integration e raised to x, okay, into e raised to x dx. So this is the first part. Now for the second part, 1 upon d plus 2 e raised to x. See how we are writing. In this case a is 2. So e raised to minus 2x integration e raised to 2x into e raised to x dx. Okay, so we have just used the formula. Now this is equal to e raised to minus x integration derivative of e raised to x dx. Right? Why we are writing like this? Derivative of e raised to x. See over here it is e raised to x into e raised to x. Right? So if we consider this e raised to x like say capital X, then derivative of this will be e raised to capital X into the derivative of x. So over here that capital X, if we take it as e raised to x, its derivative is e raised to x. So that is why this whole term can be written as d of e raised to x dx. Then minus e raised to minus 2x integration of now see what I am doing, e raised to x d of e raised to x dx. So what I have done, again once from this e raised to 2x I have split it as e raised to x into e raised to x. So e raised to x into e raised to x is again the same one derivative, and this e raised to x is outside. So now we will continue. So this is equal to e raised to minus x. Now integration of derivative, so only we are left with this function e raised to x minus e raised to minus 2x, okay, into bracket. Now we are going to do integration by parts. So this gives us e raised to x, e raised to x, okay, minus integration e raised to x, e raised to x dx. So this will be equal to, now this will be equal to e raised to minus x into e raised to x minus e raised to minus 2x into bracket we will have e raised to x into e raised to x minus integration, okay, minus integration e raised to x into e raised to x dx. So this is equal to, now what we will write this as, e raised to minus x e raised to x minus e raised to minus 2x into bracket we will write e raised to x into e raised to x minus integration of, now this whole thing again we will write it as d of e raised to x dx. Okay, so that is how we have written it. Now this will be equal to e raised to minus x e raised to x minus e raised to minus 2x into bracket you will have e raised to x into e raised to x, and then integration and derivative. So once again we are just left with this term So this will be minus e raised to x, and in this manner the pi will be equal to, a little bit of simplification, you have to open the bracket. So once you multiply inside over here, you will see that one of the terms will get cancelled out, that this term and this term will get cancelled out, and only this term will be remaining, e raised to minus 2x into e raised to x. So this is the pi. And finally, of course, you have to write the complete solution. That means you should write y is equal to cf plus pi. So this is the case 5, in which the sums which are not covered under the earlier cases are being covered. Now for practice, you can solve this sum similarly. So as you can see that this particular function is not covered in case 1 to 4. So now you have to make use of this case 5 to solve this sum. So you just write